A very pleasant good afternoon as we welcome you into yet another edition of the Lion Country Kia Goon and Ironhead show here at Quaker Steak and Lube on this Thursday afternoon as we hurtle toward the weekend, dear Goon, and the start of the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs with the beloved Pittsburgh Penguins taking on the despised Philadelphia Flyers.
Despised? How are they
in
despised?
The opening round?
It's America's team right now. Everybody loves the Flyers.
There's
the
nobody
whole world
who
loves the Flyers. Everybody in the world loves the Flyers.
I don't even think everybody in Philadelphia likes the Flyers.
I am guilty. I have been seeing a lot of social media posts of people opening up long lost closets and long lost chests of gear. Yep. And I definitely am one of them with my Flyer sweatshirts and my Flyers t-shirts and stuff. I'm not gonna lie. I went away for a while, but I do gotta say this. You remember I told you the Kate Smith thing that I was really upset me back in the day? They're playing Kate Smith again, Booch said. They're playing the live, the God Bless America recording from the 70s.
Like I did not know that.
You know, I mean, he's not the guy that the Penguins have there. The guy skating. Is he the guy who skates around?
Yeah, he's phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
That's the way life is supposed to be.
I love when they had the red carpet out there and he tripped over and almost died. That was great. That'd be perfect.
I don't know that it was quite a.
I don't think it should die.
Near death.
It was pretty damn funny when he tripped on that, though. Now, with that said, though, I hope Crosby goes across that line and he falls and hurts himself. It'll save the Flyers 22 goals against this series. He's just going to keep his tradition going of scoring every freaking time the two teams play. He's going to score and have 2 assists. He'll have 3 points, a goal and 2 assists, or 2 goals and an assist. That's just how he plays against the Flyers every time. But
let's hope.
With that said, I talked to some early '80s Penn State guys who love their Penguins, and they said that Bobby Clark killed the Flyers for a decade or two. So it's just revenge for that. His disdain and hate for the Flyers. This generation, there's no hate. What do you think? I don't think there's any hate between the Flyers. I mean, the Flyers haven't been relevant in so many years.
I don't think it'll take long to get it back.
No.
Maybe about a period of playoff hockey. And
we were talking because they haven't released the schedule yet. I've heard rumors of every time on Saturday. I've heard noon, 3, and 8 o'clock now. So
I could make 3 work. Noon is not going to be good for your pal Ironhead here.
Are we going through
8 o'clock would be phenomenal.
What are we going through?
8 o'clock would be phenomenal.
What's the turtle like going? Baseball? Opening day?
Yeah, just a little practice. No, not open. We already had opening day, but practice and let's do 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock would be fun.
Well, I mean, remember back when we were kids, the playoffs, or probably not. You don't remember the playoffs because you never were in them in the 70s and 80s.
I do not.
But they would play back-to-back nights, one day off to travel, and then back-to-back nights again. Now it's, Saturday, one day off, play a game, another game, have a day of travel, and then another day off. I mean, they have prolonged these things, and that's actually good for the Penguins being the older team. They got a little more time to recover, but, the schedule hasn't come out. But when we were growing up and the Flyers were playing the Rangers in a 5-game series, they would play Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday. Like, that's a week, 5 games in a week. Like, that's insane.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's when you earned the cup, and that was the grind.
Yeah.
And the grind now is you play a game, you have a day off, and then you play another game, and then there's a travel day involved now with a day off included on top of that.
Yep.
It's a lot of time. You went from a 5-game series being done in 6 days to 2 weeks for a 7-game series now.
Yep.
And that's will help the aged like fine wine Pittsburgh Penguins.
Indeed. Yeah, let's hope.
We don't hope.
Absolutely.
The future's in Philadelphia with the Philadelphia Flyers, black and gold, black and orange. Black and orange, baby.
Future is now for the beloved Penguins.
I just talked to my buddy at Permanis.
Yeah.
They're not having Mario TV at the arena outside for the first round because of the draft. That draft has screwed Pittsburgh up a lot, man. I saw today where they had like 7 or 8 projects that the city was working on streets and whatnot, but they're really rushing to get through. I'm like, the draft is on Wednesday or Thursday night, guys.
Yeah, I mean, but that's any big event that a city hosts. I mean, that is.
Philly has the
part
World
of the
Cup this summer.
Yeah, it's part of the challenge.
Did you hear
the
what
World Cup is going to be an interesting. The logistics of it, it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. Speaking of disruptions to cities and the flow of everyday life.
Did you hear what Shapiro did? I can't believe it happened in the state of Pennsylvania. Because most of the teams are European and this and that they are different time schedule than us. So they are keeping the bars open in the Philadelphia area when World Cup games are there, open until 4 a.m. The Pennsylvania Liquor Control Board.
That is actually pretty remarkable. It makes a ton of sense.
It makes a ton of sense for sure, but I could not believe.
But very rarely do things that make a ton of sense.
And when you hear LCB,
get
Shapiro, governor, and government, and LCB all in the same sentence, nothing good normally comes out of that.
That is actually pretty darn amazing.
So I wonder if it's the European aspect to it or just the sheer amount of people and the game times. I mean, I don't know what the rationale was, but I would think that it's the European aspect to it. But why are Penn State bars not open at 4 a.m. on football weekends? There we go. We can get this done, guys. We can get it done.
Well, it is interesting where you would think from a logistics standpoint, when a city does host any event, NCAA basketball, NCAA wrestling, and that part of the bidding process, and it's not part of it, and I really don't understand why not. And I guess maybe it's just that there's only so much you can do, but you would think it would be, hey, we're at least going to strongly suggest to the bars and restaurants that, hey, this is the time that the games or the sessions or whatever tend to end. It would behoove you and would help our city overall if you stayed open or had extra staffing for these periods of time. And if it does happen, somewhere it's not the follow through is not occurring, at least on the wrestling front. I know it's with some places. Now Cleveland, I think, is pretty good anyway. It seemed like I think most of those places are open late, but we've been to host cities where it's like, yeah, the restaurants just closed down at 10. It's like, well, I mean, maybe ordinarily that would make sense, but why would you do that when you have a few thousand folks that are coming out into the streets and are going to be hungry and thirsty and looking for a place? Like, why would you not? Hey, we'll pay staff a little extra, stick around a couple of hours. We're going to make it worth your while.
Yep.
And it just, and I've heard similar things depending on the city. Again, it's not across the board, but with basketball.
I go to the wrestling and I'm outside. I'm amongst the people, right? It just blows my mind that every year bars run out of food and drink. Like, it's like next year St. Louis, right? So they've had it in the past. Yeah. But do you think that local bar owners and stuff like that, or somebody from the city of St. Louis, would send somebody to Cleveland and say, let me get an observation of what goes on here? The fact that Miller Lite, Ultra, light beers, and Ultra are completely sold out of every bar, restaurant, no matter where these wrestling people go. It's insane. I mean, you could put, and then I'm telling you, I've seen it happen. I was in Pittsburgh the one time, and I was like, sort of knew the management where we were drinking that day, and he was like, we had no idea. I'm like, how do you not have any idea?
Well, that's what I mean.
Why did you not send somebody to Cleveland last year and realize and recognize that there is 20,000 people coming out of these arenas, and they are thirsty. And I will tell you, as a restaurant owner at one point, they are aggressive. You're not going to tell them to wait because they have their own ideas of what they're going to do when they do it. They'll just go sit at tables and you serve them, and then they'll complain. Trust me, I've dealt with them. But it's just insane that nobody has the forward thinking to go ahead and go send somebody out ahead and say, what do we need to do to make this a great experience?
Yes, I wonder. When you're bidding to be the host city for any of these events, and again, we're talking again at different levels of import here and significance and all of that. But like, is that part of the World Cup bidding? Or is it just, hey, we have the venue, we have enough hotel rooms, and there are bars and restaurants in the area? Or it doesn't seem like often enough to me that all right, let's sit down and go through the entire process here of even like clothing stores. Hey, can we provide, or like sports stores, can we provide you additional World Cup or NCAA, whatever the event is, or whatever clothing that you then make sure you're open for that couple of hours as folks are coming to or from a particular event. And maybe it is, and folks just aren't following through. Or again, I mean, I get that you can't demand a business stay open, but just like you were saying with Pittsburgh, it seems like there's a lack of communication sometimes between the folks that are organizing and the folks who should have a positive impact from the event being in your city or in your area. And like Penn State football, I mean, businesses around here are darn well aware once it becomes announced, whether it's a night game or a noon start, and they're staffing accordingly because it's part of doing business in this area.
What do you think is the best time for a Penn State game for local businesses? Bar, restaurant?
Well, depends on the bar and restaurant. Like some bars and restaurants are used to closing at a earlier time, some at a later time, and so it probably is going to vary. I think I don't know. It probably depends a little bit because, again, if it's a noon kickoff against a that's not going to bring in 107,000, but it's going to bring in 90,000. It's like, well, how many people are going to, well, for this game, we're not going to stick around afterward. Let's just get out of here. Mm-hmm. And, again, you're not going to have the numbers. I don't know. That's a good question.
It's the 3:30 game because you get like a little pop for the game, and then they clear out, and then you got the night crowd come in after from tailgating. Whereas if it's a night game, you don't have a late night pop.
I don't think you're getting much on the front end with the 3:30 kickoff, though. Whereas the night game, you could get the lunch crowd in there. So again, I think it depends a little bit on what your business is.
3:30 though.
I don't think 3:30 people are popping in for lunch. They're either tailgating or, hey, we're just heading to the stadium.
You'd be surprised when people don't tailgate, to be honest with you.
What's that?
You'd be surprised when people aren't tailgating. They'll just go downtown, hit a couple bars or restaurants, have some grub there, and walk their way up to the game.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it, but that's knowing my friends in the bar or restaurant industry, that's what they say is the 3 o'clock game is the 3-4 o'clock range is the best and always has been because you get a dinner crowd out of it after the game type of thing, and you have people there watching the game too. Yeah, when it's a night game. You're dealing with people who've been there all day, and usually gets a little sloppy. You're not getting a night crowd because they're at the game, and the game ends. If you're a restaurant, Now, if you're a bar, it really doesn't matter. You're going to be packed anyway.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I think it depends a little bit on
the establishment.
And the game and kind of what the traffic's.
Yeah, I don't know if the Lube's open at 11 o'clock at night after an 8 o'clock game. I don't think they're open.
Yeah.
That's what I drive out of town and grab something to eat before they go.
Yeah. Yeah. That'd be interesting to do a survey on that sometime, because I think it probably varies a good bit by establishment, proximity. Again, a lot of different elements that come into play there. But beloved Buccos rallying to tie the game here with the Nationals as we watch that here at Quaker Steak and Lube, our home away from home. Buccos trying to take 3 of 4 in this series with the Nationals, winning 2 of the first 3.
Get the cover off the ball, Ironhead.
Yeah, we'll take it. Ashcraft is being pulled here in the
Phillies are going down the same damn route they go down every year. Everybody's swinging for the damn fences. It's like home run is the only way they get runs in Philly right now.
I will say that the Pirates with the opposite field hitting have been terrific, and now Ozuna's starting to come around. And if they can get all of the bats going at once, which you could say about any team, but I mean, if all of these guys hit the way they're capable of, I mean, Byers could be legitimately ready to make some noise here. Again, we'll see.
Worry about them after the Penguins get beat up by the Flyers.
And I do still wonder how the bullpen will hold up long term over the course of the season. But I also think hopefully they can get the more innings out of the starters as you work your way into the later months, and that some of the resting or pulling the starters out early pays off later in the season. So
it better.
A lot of moving parts there, as always, with Major League Baseball. My kiddos' team, the Padres, are red hot. They had a big rally.
He plays for the Padres now, too?
I think down 6-2 in the ninth inning, they rallied for the 7-6.
The real Padres, or is his little league team the Padres?
No, the Padres last night won 7-6. Really impressive run that they're on. 7 straight, and just playing. I think they've won like 10 of their last 11 now. They are.
Did you watch?
Right now, red hot.
Did you watch?
Or
just read about it?
Some of it.
Well, Machado, he refused to wear the 42 last night. I don't know if that was real. You never know what the hell you're reading anymore. Because it's in Dodger blue. He refused to wear the 42 for Jackie Robinson on.
Oh, there you go. Well, I can respect that.
It's a little excessive, but I mean,
I can respect that.
He said no disrespect to Mr. Robinson, and I did find out
just
last
disrespect
night.
To the Dodgers organization. I can respect.
I'm okay with that. You're right. We were talking I'm watching last night. Jackie Robinson's wife is still alive.
Yeah,
the man fought in World War II.
Yeah,
that is an older woman. My goodness gracious, unbelievable. And then other thing we were talking about I was watching last night. So they're watching the Ohtani did not designated hit last night when he pitched. So it was the first time in 5 years that he has not pitched and been to DH. And I'm like, well, let's give the guy a break sometime here. You know what I mean? Like, my God, the guy's doing everything. And then I just started thinking, he makes a lot of money, but he is 2 stars in one.
Oh, yeah.
He is your top star pitcher and your top hitter.
Yeah.
So he's Paul Skeens. And, who would you say? I mean, I'd say O'Neill Cruz, but somebody might come out of the woodwork and beat the hell out of me for saying that. But, the highest paid hitter out there is Bryce Harper and Zach Wheeler. I mean, he's that in one player. But then that's just crazy to think about. And now you got to understand that's why they paid him that much money. Deferred, of course. Deferred.
Of course.
Deferred. Mrs. Shopee, how are you?
Clear.
I got all the ladies loving us today, Ironhead.
You just got nothing but love
Old
over
Shopey's
here.
wife right there. Oh, Yopey, my man. Yopey was our equipment manager. Remember Shopey?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. He was out riding his Caffin. Good man.
Pirates have given the lead back.
Oh, wow. Don't turn your eye on that game. Holy crap.
Yeah, see if they can rally again here. Now down 5-4.
It's the fourth inning or sixth inning?
No,
I'm blind.
Sixth inning.
My goodness gracious. That looks like 4 to me, but it's a 6.
It is a 6.
Yep. Oh, my gosh. I think I'm beyond the glasses. I used to just use them with readers, but now I can't read at all. So, wow. My mom was right, Ironhead.
Yeah. Yeah, indeed.
So what's our boy had this weekend? Come on, give me the Ironhead and Turtle weekend. Camping. Baseball practice.
Actually, we have a relatively quiet. I mean, there's a scouting service project Saturday morning followed by baseball practice, but I think that might be about all that's on the official schedule. Now, something tells me we'll fill that schedule up with some other activities in pretty short order. But yeah, I don't think we have a whole lot. I think just those two items on the planned docket for the upcoming weekend. It was just I saw that someone came across on the NBA gambling case, and somebody wants to change their plea from not guilty to apparently to guilty, or I'm assuming it's to guilty. I guess it could be no contest, but yes. It sounds like it's going to be a guilty plea, and presumably with the idea of, hey, you give us some more information and we're going to reduce the sentence here. And this is one of those things, Goon, I just think it's going to be just a regular part of what we consume now as sports fans is, all right, there's another gambling investigation, and here's another gambling case that's going to trial. It feels inevitable to me that's just, again, it's just part of the sports landscape crazy, now, man. Is with all of the different levels of sports that you can gamble on, and with all of the access that people have. I think
anytime
and I think sports leagues are going to do what they can reasonably to curtail it and to try to get a handle on it, but some of this stuff is also just going to go undetected and unreported, because again, if you are smart about it, right? I mean, it's a world that I'm really not familiar with, but it just feels like if you're smart about it and you don't get carried away and you don't get greedy, but I feel like that's, I mean, how often do you see? It's once somebody gets away with something, right? And maybe it's just human nature. Well, let me see if I can go a little further and get away with, and then at some point it's like, well, now you went too far. Correct. Right? And I don't know.
Pigs get fed, hogs get slaughtered.
But again, if you're smart about it and you're quiet about it, and you keep it to a small group, I think it's going to be
crazy, man.
Virtually impossible for people to figure out. All right, you schemed us out of.
Well, I mean, I believe that the colleges and universities and professional teams have blocks in their buildings, but that's not stopping anybody from making a bet outside of the building on your phone.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just insane what you can bet on. And with these guys, when I was reading about the NBA guys, and they were working on over-unders because of injuries that they knew of that the NBA was not releasing. So that's where one of these guys got. He pled guilty to that. I forget which guy did that, but he was using inside information for being in the locker room, knowing that a LeBron James is not playing tonight. And then when that's announced, that line is going to go, boom,
Right.
So he has the inside information on there. And that's the problem where they can't control that. And that's been an age-old problem of people doing the betting and stuff like that. I have a story from back in the day. I mean, that I had some friends who dabbled, and I didn't know what the hell gambling was. I mean, I knew what it was, but I didn't know how to do it or anything like that. So, I mean, these guys come up for a weekend, older guys that I know, and I was like, well, I'm going to tell you right now, Tony Sackett broke his hand on practice on Thursday. They're like, what? And then, they didn't put me in any kind of predicament and use me. Right. They didn't, do that against me, but they were like, oh, really? Oh, okay. So then, they can't run to the payphones fast enough up at the Shields building. So we were in, I guess right now, Spike's right field where my parents' tailgate was, and they were sprinting over to Shields building because that was the closest payphone because they couldn't call enough people to get the bet in, and then they thought they had the inside trick and stuff like that. And I told them the truth. I said, we saw Tony today. I said we were getting our jerseys because we're on the sidelines, but we're not traveling in with the team or anything like that. Right. And I said, Tony was in a cast this morning. That's all I know. And they're like, oh, my God, let's go. And so they put as much they could on as many people as they could. And Tony goes out and throws for 3 or 4 touchdowns. And some other stuff happens that I was like, oh, yeah, he's not playing either. But he played that 3 sacks. And I was just like, wow. And I never put 2 and 2 together. And then 10 years later, we were talking one night, and one of them mentioned that. And I was like, you did what? And this is when I was around gambling then, so I sort of understood it. And I was like, oh, God. And then he's like, oh, yeah. He goes, it took me a 5-year window to get out of that hole because he goes, I just kept on putting, because it was like we had 2 big juicy details. And I was like, oh, God, I'm so sorry. And he's like, well, nothing you could do. It wasn't again, it wasn't my fault. I didn't do it on purpose. Right. But what I said was true. He did have a cast on Saturday morning, but they took the cast off for him to play. So it is what it is.
Well, and that is, but now you compound that, right? If somebody, again, is unintentionally giving you information that turns out not to be, not even not true, but similar situation where it costs you money. Well, now. Yeah, that pressure gets amped up, and especially if you're getting paid, the athlete are getting paid, and
especially if I had money in college and I understood the gambling world, which it seems these kids do because they all have these different websites and these casino sites. People were talking about across the street how much of a detriment that's going to bring to the town. I was like, are you kidding me? Any one of these students, guys or girls, can have a bet placed within 5 minutes in this town online.
Yep.
Every one of them, every person. And I guess I try to say that when I talk to people about what it's like up here with with gambling and stuff like that, and they're like, well, what about the casino going in there? I'm like, these kids, they're bygones years ahead of us than when we were playing. I'm not saying the players per se, but the students themselves. How they know what lines are. They do because it's FanDuel and DraftKings and all that stuff. It's just crazy how that has taken over the world. So I've heard this story. I've told you this story many a time. Like I tell people all the time when they visit here. Like remember back in college when we were here, Miller Lite had a promo. Miller Lite girls were there handing out Miller Lite beers, Coors Light beers. Bud Light, they had promos at all these different bars because they were pushing, hey, come buy a case of this or try this Red Dog, try this new beer, this or that. They don't do that anymore. You know who's in bars right now? FanDuel, DraftKings. Hey, free $50 play. And all they do is they want your email. and they got your email and they just start hammering you to download the app, and all of a sudden they keep on giving you free gifts, and all of a sudden you're putting money in and you don't really know what you're doing that well, but you learn the hard way. But yeah, it's a couple free bets. It's like crack. Hey, first one's on me, boys. We'll see where it goes from here.
It is.
It's a different world, man. These kids have grown up a lot faster than you and I.
Yeah.
And I grew up fast with older brothers.
Well, and
Damon Jones request change of plea.
Yes.
Jeez Louise, that's scary. And that's the other thing is that what about these younger kids at Penn State? They're in the locker room. They know who's getting hurt. They know who's this or that. And you call friends from home and they say, hey, so-and-so's not playing today. And it's a little bit easier nowadays to get the information out with the cellular technology and all that. And you could see where it could be a problem, where it is a problem. I mean, didn't Iowa State have an issue with it?
Oh, yes. But there's been, and again, it's with all of the different teams, all of the different leagues, all of the different individuals. I think once you sink your teeth into it and you find out that something's going on, then you can use the cell phones to track. But again, you got to have that initial suspicion or lead, and without that, then it's once you get caught, yes, now it's going to be, I think, relatively easy, depending, I guess, on
another thing is, Jeffrey,
on the circumstance. But getting that initial,
you have to be hinted. Somebody has to give you a little, hey, by the way, nudge, nudge. I would look into this.
Yeah,
but I'm going to say something like in professional locker rooms back in the day, and now it's obviously into the college locker rooms with money. Guys have money now, and I'm going to sit there and say, if Joe Schmo walks in here and he hit a slot last night or he hit a double parlay, I'm going to say, hey, how are you doing that?
Yeah.
I mean, when guys used to come in back in the day, it was like, well, I made $400,000 on this stock. Oh, wow. Well, tell me which one. And now all of a sudden this guy's a stock trader. He's a cornerback during the day, but he trades stocks at night, But everybody wants to jump on because they're looking for a free hit. And you can definitely see where that would happen, where gambling can definitely play into that big time.
Connor Griffin with an RBI double has tied the game again for the Pirates. He then got thrown out at the plate on a single, so the Pirates still trying to threaten to, or are threatening to take the lead, but once again, Buccos battle back and are tied with the Nationals here as Pittsburgh tries to take 3 of 4 in the series. Hello, Tom. Hello, Jim. Thank you, everybody, for checking in today. We are going to take a short time out here, and we are back with much more. It is our Thursday edition of the Lion Country Kia Goon and Ironhead show here at Quaker Steak and Lube.
You look a bit nervous, eh?
Thierry, what's it like to stand in the FIFA World Cup stadium?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Just tell me. Come on.
It's not something that you can put into words.
Such a tease.
You can't rush it. You will find out when it's your time.
Thanks for the wisdom, Coach. So, how much longer?
Now go and make history, my man. Here's the World Cup you've been waiting for.
Actually, the World Cup's been waiting for me.
That's the spirit. Just remember who drove you here.
Inspiring every step of the next legend. The official matchball carrier, proudly sponsored by Kia. Inspiration connects us all.
If you love wings, if you love rings, and all kinds of other tempting things, great times, great food, get to Quaker Steak and Lube.
Get our Best Wings USA signature sauces, mouth-watering appetizers, or any of our delicious award-winning lube favorites.
Great times, great food. Get to Quaker Steak Lube.
I'm the Modelo Recruiter, and I'm looking for fans with good hands and great speed. The ones who stay focused and never miss a play. They go the distance on game day, even when their team is away. I'm always watching, always looking to reward more full-time fans. Because football isn't really football without you.
Lusk & Associates Sotheby's International Realty proudly presents the introduction of our new State College office at 314 South Borough Street in State College. At Sotheby's International Realty, we advertise locally, nationally, and internationally, bringing the best of advertising and promotion to each and every one of our properties, big or small. Call now.
A lot has changed about State College. One thing that hasn't is W.C. Clark's Coffee Roasters on 234 East Calder Way. 30 different varieties of specialty coffee beans sourced from over 25 countries and roasted with love each morning in Happy Valley for over 45 years. They'll ship their fresh roasted coffee from their doorstep to yours. Order online at statecollegecoffee.com. That's statecollegecoffee.com.
Hi, welcome to Timberland Federal Credit Union, a financial cooperative for its members, tracing all the way back to 1973.
Experience Timberland Federal Credit Union, where you're greeted with a smile and financial solutions are tailored to your unique life journey. Here, we're not just financial professionals, we're your neighbors, people invested in your financial needs, literacy, and empowerment. Your dreams matter to us, whether they're about buying a home, growing a nest egg, or embarking on new adventures. TFCU draws from the past and invests in the future, offering modern tools like online banking to give you the freedom to manage your money practically anytime. Additionally, we're passionate about giving back both time and resources because enhancing our community is at the core of why we're here. Visit TFCU in person or online to learn more about our services and apply for a membership today.
WFXX, once again, the Fox, your sports radio.
Broadcasting live, loud and proud from Central PA's Sports Authority, WFXS America.
98.7, the Fox, State College.
And we are happy to report the beloved Buccos have taken the lead the first time today. Now 6-5 Pittsburgh as we head to the 7th inning at beautiful PNC Park, dear Goon.
Yeah, they need to slow it down. They're going to cost me too much money to get a ticket for this game in a couple of weeks. Jeez Louise. I mean, we're only one show away from the draft there, brother.
Yeah. Also, U.S. Open starts next week for wrestling, and should have a bunch of Nittany Lion Wrestling Club and Penn State wrestlers competing in that. So, yeah, the sports world just keeps.
I think the wrestling club should hire you to go around the world and do these broadcasts.
I could not agree more.
I mean, Goon and Ironhead in Hungary would not be a bad thing.
Would not mind getting down to Pittsburgh to check out at least one of the games with the Penguins Flyers series here. But
I got a great
think
story
that's
for
going
you.
to happen. Yep, go ahead.
I mean, you remember Scotty Paxton, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, I got back here in 2005, and he's a Philadelphia guy, went to Roman Catholic, went to one of my rival schools. It's funny, he and I, we ended up being like an older brother, younger brother situation. Took care of him a lot, this and that. And he was just a great guy, good kid.
Yep.
Love him to death. He won a high school city title over my high school his junior year, and I won a high school city title over his high school my junior year. So it's one of those things and stuff like that. So he and I, a lot of things in similar and stuff and all that. So he's down there playing for the Stillers. So I'd go down to me and my now wife and some of her friends and some of our mutual friends. We'd all go down there we went down there for an Irish parade, a St. Patty's Day parade. We went down there for a couple hockey games, couple football games, couple basketball, or not basketball games, but hockey, baseball. And I actually went to Cleveland to see him play the Steelers one time and all that. So we're down at a Flyers-Penguins game, and it's the day, it was like one of those great days. We went to the Flyers-Penguins in the afternoon and then went to go drink a little bit and then went to a Flyers or a Pirates-Phillies game that night. It was awesome, like one of those great sport days in your life. So Paxton's 325 pounds. I'm an enormous fat turd. So we're both wearing our Flyers shirts, and so the Penguins score a goal, and this girl, like, in front of us, like a row or two of us in front of us, turns around, and she's giving us the double birds and this and that. So the Flyers score a goal. Flyers take the lead. You know, she's looking back at us, and, we're double birding her, just kidding around. Flyers, again, two huge men, right? And this girl, she's like getting feisty. And her boyfriend is literally, his pants are filling as we're speaking right now, because he's like, "What do you want me to do with these two mutants?" Like he's like literally telling her, like, under his breath, like,
sometimes
"You need to shut up. You need to stop flipping those two dudes off, because there's no one here going to be able to stop those two rhinos from doing anything." And we were just sitting there, just messing with the guy. We're like, "Keep turning around, boy. Keep turning around. You don't want to look up here." And she's over there, like secretly, like, giving us the bird. And he's like, "Stop it! You're gonna get me killed." But that was one of the fun things, and it's just fun. I like going down to Pittsburgh and doing that, and I love watching these two teams play, because there was such an angst and a hate 12 years ago, just anger. I go back on my Facebook memories, and it popped up the other day, and Sidney Crosby, who is, again, he's earned my respect as the best player in hockey. There's no doubt. I can't deny it. I despise the guy, but he's just a great hockey player, and he's great for hockey. And he's sitting there, he's like, I don't like anybody in their team. I don't like anybody in their organization. I hate them all. There's no one I like on that team.
Yeah.
Not one person I like in that organization. And I don't think that level of hate is there right now. One cross check to the face, a broken jaw here or there, or some kind of face rub can change all that real quick
very quickly.
And I think that's what's going to happen. I mean, let's not kid ourselves. The Flyers are young. They're playing on house money. They got Taka as their coach. His game was what? To go out, be physical, attack people, and just wear people down. That's what he's going to do. And that's what he's training these Flyers to do right now. So it could get ugly score-wise, but it could be awesome. I don't know, for the Flyers. I mean, what are you thinking? I haven't even looked at any kind of odds or anything like that. I guess I could look them up. Speaking of how we can look up casino bets real quick. So what are you feeling?
Yeah, I mean, going in, I tend to be an optimist anyway, but I like the way the Penguins are playing. It just seems like they have found a good mix. I mean, it's unexpected. Both teams, I guess, the seasons that they've had to get into the playoffs, but the Penguins. I mean, to some degree, I feel like they're playing with house money too. But I also feel like they recognize that, hey, this may be kind of a last shot here with that core three. And so, I think that the Penguins have enough defense. I think that the goaltending has been sharp enough, and always, that's such a big factor. Is one of these guys just going to stand on his head for the series or for a couple of games, and that is certainly a distinct possibility either way. But I think that the Penguins' firepower feels going into this series like it gives them an opportunity to certainly get by the Flyers. And then the question is, all right, if they do get by the Flyers, how far can this team go? And I think you don't know until you actually see it. But I think that they can legitimately contend with anybody out there. Now, that is always with the caveat: if everybody stays healthy, if they keep playing the way they are, if they don't run into a red-hot goaltender. I mean, all the things that make, again, I think hockey playoffs the most difficult to try to predict. I think it's just,
you
it's
are
hard
right.
to know going in.
We say it every year, and that is it's the hot goalie. It is a huge thing going in there. I mean, look at Michigan playing Minnesota Duluth 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Losing that game to get to the final game. Or is that to get to
Wisconsin? I mean, Wisconsin had the game.
Yep. Against
Duluth. But I mean, you felt good going into that third period. And
the goalies are just so smoking hot at times, and it's like, holy crap, man.
Yeah.
And in the NHL, that is a lot to do with it. A ton of it. I mean, every time the Flyers have ever made a run at this, I mean, even the Penguins. I mean, you can be the great offensive team, but if your goalie's got to make saves that he normally shouldn't be making. And that just keeps the game going. It keeps your team alive, and the momentum swings and stuff like that. I mean, every time the Flyers have had a great goalie, obviously, it's just the 40-year anniversary, by the way, of the year of Pelle's death, by the way. So I don't know if you've ever heard me say the Pelle Lindbergh, the curse of Pelle Lindbergh, and that they have been searching for a goalie the way that the Cleveland Browns have been searching for a quarterback since Bernie Kosar. I'm convinced that when Pelle Lindbergh died in 1986, that was...
Well, the Browns have their quarterback, though, now.
I did see that Shador is the man coming into this year, and you're like, really? He went from a fifth-round pick that they didn't even want. Now he's like the starter? Or is that just, somebody owes Dion a favor, so they're going to write an article about his kid? And that's where you don't know.
Just a matter of time until Deshaun Watson leads them to the Super Bowl, dear Goon.
And there's another guy who's collected paychecks for how many years now?
And, yes, I always on the promise of the potential that I guess the Browns still think is there. I think most now have recognized that one of the more valuable assets of a quarterback is the leadership and the decision making, and the leadership and the decision making seem to be lacking just a touch with Mr. Watson. A little bit. Just
let's get a change all next week when the Browns draft Drew Aller. Second round pick, Drew Aller. They're going to line him up.
Loaded the bases here.
6'6",
real young.
Bottom of the top of the seventh. Nice.
Yeah, this is.
God, the Phillies are crap.
It's been
right
a little
now,
bit
buddy.
of a crazy game.
What you do against the Cubs this week? I took 2 out of 3, right?
Yeah.
Should
have swept it.
Should have.
Yep, had the lead in the third. Kind of let the last game get away, but yep, took 2 or 3 there. If they can take 3 or 4 here, and then big series with the Rays coming up this weekend at home. But if you can get 2 or 3 there, go 5-2 on that homestand, setting up very nicely. Should be in first place in the division if you can complete that. And
Cubs look pretty good. I'll give the Cubs a little bit of.
Yeah.
I'll give the Cubs a little love. The Brewers are obviously very, very good this year.
Well, the National League, and again, I get it. We're very early. I'm not making any grand
you're
proclamations
happy
here.
for your team the way I'm happy for my Flyers.
But the National League Central, I think I'm right on this. They don't have a team playing under 500 right now. They've been kind of the. And again, I am not sitting here proclaiming that clearly the National League Central is the best division in all of baseball. Just saying, early on, all of the teams
Cardinals,
are playing
Brewers, Cubs,
pretty good
Pirates, right?
Baseball. Yeah, I'm just looking up if I'm right about that. I'm pretty sure.
Is there a 15 or just 4?
I'm pretty sure I'm right about that.
Well, I'm trying to think. Have they played each other?
Well,
the Pirates and the Cubs played.
Yeah. Yeah, right now it is Well, going into today, Pirates and Reds are 11-7, Cardinals 10-8, Brewers 9-8, and Cubs 9-9. So, all 5 teams are at least 500, and Pirates are in a wild one here.
Not going political here, but I am. Who's the Mondami is the New York City mayor. They said the Mets haven't won a game since Mr. and Mrs. Met hugged him. I said, there you go.
Oh, boy.
It doesn't lie. I mean, I don't see the Fanatic over there loving up on him. The Fanatic would run him over. Yeah, buddy. Are you going to be here? I know you're getting put in. We got to talk about what Hall of Fame are you going into next weekend?
It is the Pennsylvania chapter of the National Wrestling Hall of Fame.
That's awesome. So, and where is the event?
It'll be down in Hershey. They have it at Hershey
Saturday
Lodge.
night.
It'll be Sunday.
Okay.
Sunday. I think the actual induction will be in the afternoon, but the things get there's like a social hour that starts at 11. So, the interesting thing about that is, so I get to put together, I don't put it together. I voice the narration for the inductees. Roger Corey was kind enough to do mine. So
I'm Roger Corey.
So I'm not presenting myself, but it honestly is one of those things where I'm sitting there and I'm reading through the accomplishments of the other guys. And this is not false humility. This is well-earned humility. It's like, okay, one of these guys does not belong here. Like you're talking about coaches. I'm telling you.
So you're going to tell me that Harry Callis should not be in the Hall of Fame?
Harry Callis should be in the Hall of Fame.
Mike Lang. Hey, buddy, you're up there with them. I mean, I know you don't like tooting your own horn, but
I'm just telling you
that's pretty
the class
awesome.
That is going in and the accomplishments of the guys that are going in is remarkable. What are the Pirates doing here?
Pass ball.
Now they got to get back.
Pass ball.
We're giving the Nationals a lead. Now it's 7-6 Nationals.
Who else is going in, Jeffrey? Get off this. Don't try and change the subject, buddy.
I got to look up all because I don't want to forget.
I believe Bucky Greeley is in the Pennsylvania High School Wrestling Hall of Fame. I believe he is
in the High School Hall of Fame.
Well, is there a Pennsylvania High School or just Pennsylvania Wrestling Hall of Fame? He's in some kind of Wrestling Hall of Fame.
Gotcha. Yeah, there is a Pennsylvania Hall of Fame as well.
So you did all the narrating. That'd be pretty funny if Jeff Ironhead Byers grew up in State College, Pennsylvania.
That's right.
Just doing it yourself. I shared on Facebook this morning. Somebody sent me Harry Callis' top 8 home run calls. Oh my God, it was great. Just listening to him, and it was just so awesome having grown up around that. But I mean, you gotta take the credit, bro. Like there are people who love Penn State wrestling, and there's a lot of people in this world who love Penn State wrestling. You're the voice of it, man. That's awesome for you. I mean, when they think about the Bo Nickel thing, I think of you calling that, and I think it's awesome. What do you think, if you don't mind? I mean, you're looking around there. What is your favorite call you've ever made?
The match that I think I did the best job on that was high profile was Jason Nolf's pin in the dual meet at Illinois. It just like I felt like that one just came like.
Was there
from start to finish? It was just a solid call.
How'd you end it? I mean, what was the big call? Did you say something?
That was the first. How do you do? But I think when you look at the impact of the moment, right? It's hard to top Bo Nickel and the pin over Miles Martin just because it obviously clinched the title for Bo Nickel, but it clinched the title for Penn State, one of the
amazing,
more hotly contested team races that we've ever had. And everything leading up to that moment, the history of those two, and Miles Martin having a couple of significant wins, but Bo having the better of it overall. But, and then, again, Nickel going to his back initially and then getting the pin himself. Again, probably pretty hard to top that, but Vincenzo Joseph and the inside trip with Martinez. Honestly, the when Penn State won the 4 individual titles in 2021 and the non-attended or very lightly attended NCAAs, that Iowa won the team title. But again, Iowa, that was about as dejected as you've ever seen a championship team, because they won 1 individual title, and there's Penn State going for 4 for 4 in the finals and winning in dramatic fashion in those matches. And it was just
I can see exactly what you're talking about.
Just wild. So
with what happened the last 2 years, and it was like even Bo Nickel said it on his Twitter account. He said, "I'm happy for the guys winning a national title, but it's still a little bit hollow because of all the guys that lost in the finals."
Yeah,
where that was what I was feeling in 21.
Yeah, it's always tough when and really, and unless or until you get 10 individual champions, right? As a coaching staff in particular, they're like, because the coaches are working with these guys, and if you're coming to Penn State, you're coming to Penn State with the idea that you want to win individual and team titles. And so, again, if you don't have 10 champions, there's some guys that are a little disappointed.
I think Kale needs to look for a new job if he doesn't get 10 natties.
that they didn't get what they were looking for. And so, that's kind of the tough thing of coaching. And I think it's, why it's important that the team and the coaches have the perspective they do, and that it's not just about winning championships. It's not, it's the pursuit of it. And, we do want to see you achieve it. But understanding that if you don't, it's not like there's some sort of epic failure here, and that this defines your career or your life in any way, shape, or form. And so,
I love it. I mean, I'm into it. I'm really into it, and I get to go next week to Austin's tournament next week.
Yeah,
I belong to all these different wrestling pages on Twitter I follow, or on Instagram, or even Facebook, but I love seeing the old pictures of Milkovich winning his national title, Nate Carr and his brothers all winning national titles, and seeing all these guys that I hang out with now who are older fellas, but still damn good wrestlers back in the day, and, the icons of the sport pretty much.
Yeah, just real quickly, the other inductees, John Kramer, who is just a great coach, Mike Cernovsky, Ralph Voigt, Robert Lawrence, Tom Corey, Dale Frankie, who is maybe at some point, I'll see if we can get him on the show. Just a remarkable, inspirational story. He was has done a great job for a very long time coaching young wrestlers, was a great wrestler in his own right, but was a prison guard, got attacked by an ISIS member and lost an eye, had some very, it was touch and go as to whether he would survive. And
where's he from, Jeffrey?
He is going in as the Medal of Courage. I'm trying to think if I'm getting the name exactly right there, but
that's awesome.
Longtime coach, high school coach, and now does a lot with youth wrestling. But Medal of Courage. I just wanted to make sure I had the name there right. But Midwest High School, and then Paul Gilbert and Brian Ziemer, who are just wonderful ambassadors for the sport as well. So it really is a remarkable class.
Just Penn State sending anybody down? Is Kale going down, or Cody, or any of the guys?
They'll be out in Vegas again. U.S. Open gets underway.
I'm telling you, man.
Next week. So
we talk about us off the air all the time. I mean, these guys are wrestling year round now.
Oh yeah,
it is crazy, and it's just like not all of them are wrestling year round, but there's definitely times that like some of our guys are wrestling at all times, and it's awesome.
Yes.
It's really cool.
No, it is.
I mean, is this as high as wrestling has ever been
for the U.S.?
Yeah. I'm just saying.
I would say yes.
In today's,
I think when you look at what the United States is achieving on the world stage at the various age group levels, including the senior level, I would say we are living in the heyday right now of good U.S. wrestling, and the caliber of
as popular as it has ever been. I know I live in the Mecca and the heart of it, but I truly believe that it's being recognized nationally.
Yeah, well, the caliber of wrestling coming out of high school, and it helps now that you have RAF and all of the ultimate, fighting and mixed martial arts opportunities for these guys as well. So, hopefully it keeps the sport growing and continues to attract the younger athletes. All right, we'll take a break here. Be back with much more. Pirates trying to rally again. Down 7-6 here in the bottom of the seventh.
You look a bit nervous, hey?
Thierry, what's it like to stand in the FIFA World Cup stadium?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Just tell me. Come on.
It's not something that you can put into words.
Such a tease.
You can't rush it. You will find out when it's your time.
Thanks for the wisdom, coach. So, how much longer?
Now go and make history, my man. Here's the World Cup you've been waiting for.
Actually, the World Cup's been waiting for me.
That's the spirit. Just remember who drove you here.
Inspiring every step of the next legend. The official matchball carrier, proudly sponsored by Kia. Inspiration connects us all.
If you love wings, if you love rings, and all kinds of other tempting things, great times, great food, get to Quaker Steak Lube.
Get our Best Wings USA signature sauces, mouth-watering appetizers, or any of our delicious award-winning lube favorites.
Great times, great food, get to Quaker Steak Lube.
I'm the Modelo Recruiter, and I'm looking for fans with good hands and great speed. The ones who stay focused and never miss a play. They go the distance on game day, even when their team is away. I'm always watching, always looking to reward more full-time fans. Because football isn't really football without you.
Lusk & Associates Sotheby's International Realty proudly presents the introduction of our new State College office at 314 South Borough Street in State College. At Sotheby's International Realty, we advertise locally, nationally, and internationally, bringing the best of advertising and promotion to each and every one of our properties, big or small. Call now.
A lot has changed about State College. One thing that hasn't is W.C. Clark's Coffee Roasters on 234 East Calder Way. 30 different varieties of specialty coffee beans sourced from over 25 countries and roasted with love each morning in Happy Valley for over 45 years. They'll ship their fresh roasted coffee from their doorstep to yours. Order online at statecollegecoffee.com. That's statecollegecoffee.com.
Hi, Welcome to Timberland Federal Credit Union, a financial cooperative for its members, tracing all the way back to 1973.
Experience Timberland Federal Credit Union, where you're greeted with a smile and financial solutions are tailored to your unique life journey. Here, we're not just financial professionals, we're your neighbors, people invested in your financial needs, literacy, and empowerment. Your dreams matter to us, whether they're about buying a home, growing a nest egg, or embarking on new adventures. TFCU draws from the past and invests in the future, offering modern tools like online banking to give you the freedom to manage your money practically anytime. Additionally, we're passionate about giving back both time and resources because enhancing our community is at the core of why we're here. Visit TFCU in person or online to learn more about our services and apply for a membership today.
WFXX, once again, the Fox, your sports radio.
Broadcasting live, loud and proud from Central PA's Sports Authority, WFXS America.
98.7, the Fox State College.
Good to see you. We are back here at Quaker Steak and Lube on a very warm, unseasonably warm even, Thursday afternoon here in the Valley of Happiness. It is the Lion Country Kia Goon and Ironhead show, Quaker Steak and Lube, where they are showing the beloved Buccos taking on the Nationals, now in the top of the 8th, still a 7-6 lead for Washington as the Nationals try to earn a split in the 4-game series. Of course, the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs get underway on Saturday. The beloved Penguins will host the Philadelphia Flyers. I'm hoping for the 8 o'clock start myself, dear Goon.
That's you.
Late afternoon.
I'm ready
would be
whenever,
okay
wherever, baby.
Yeah, late afternoon would be all right. Noon is just going to be tough. I'll probably still see some of it, but that would be the least appealing option to yours truly. So let the decision makers know that my preference.
It's an 8 p.m.
Because at the end of the day, I would think the NHL is taking into account, hey, what works here for Ironhead? 8 o'clock.
I
Saturday
think
night,
8
folks.
o'clock Saturday night and like 12:30 Sunday. So them old ass legs of those Penguins can't catch up, and hopefully be a 2-0 lead going back to Philly. That would be nice. It'd be very nice. Hey, again, I just, I'm I can't lie to you. I have not watched many Flyers games at all this year, maybe 3. Still love them and all that, but it just drive me crazy the same way your Buccos did for a few years there, where you turned them off. And
a few.
And it took me a long time to do that, and it hurt me to do it because I think I let you know long enough and enough times that the Flyers have always been my favorite sport in Philly forever. And I don't know why, because I've never touched the ice. And Godowski, that's why Guy and I have such a great relationship, because he's like, I've never met a football player who knows so much about hockey and this and that. And I was like, yeah, and the best part is I have never put a skate on in my life. So he's always told me, I'm going to get you on the ice, Goon. And I'm like, I don't know right now. You better have my elbow pads, head pads, shin pads, knee pads, everything, because my belly pad, because Big Tree falls hard on those skates on that, and ice isn't.
That ice is not a forgiving surface.
It's not forgiving at all. Sure. So, I think my days of on the ice, maybe I may not ever get on them.
Yeah, it was a few years ago. I mean, I've skated here and there, never particularly well, but well enough when I was younger. We went probably the first time in maybe 20 years that I had been on the ice, but I went and I really thought it would kind of come back to it is not like riding a bike. It is much harder, and I never did get I mean, it was embarrassing. I'm like, I know what you're supposed to do, and people, hey, I could not get anytime I started to get any momentum. I mean, boom, I went right down. I tried for about a half hour, 40 minutes. I'm like, all
over
right,
teacup,
I'm
head
just
first
done.
going back or on?
No, but
sliding
just
out
down on the knee, and that's like
that would scare me as falling
I'm
backwards.
I have done that before. Not in that I never got enough momentum to have that be a concern.
Well, you're not a short guy, but you're also
tried.
3 inches higher, and once you put the ice skates on, so you're like 6'4" at that point, 6'5". You're gonna go down. You're gonna go down hard, buddy.
I just doubled. What is going on?
It is amazing if you really think about what they do on those skates. The hand-eye coordination that goes on, it's amazing.
It is.
But then if you really think about fighting somebody, I don't know how many fights you've been in your lifetime, but I guarantee you 90% of the fight was on the ground because you start ripping, gripping, and grappling, and you get down to the ground, and you know, whatever. It's not like the old 80s style boxing or whatever, you know. But in hockey, imagine that fighting somebody on a razor. You're standing on razor blades on ice, and you're trying to grab somebody and literally punch them. Have some power behind your punch. I mean, I can't begin to fathom how hard it must be. Oh, goodness gracious.
No, I think that it's.
Do you think we see
hockey
it?
is right up there with the most difficult sports because of all of the different skill sets that you're having to combine to be able to be an effective player.
Man,
it is growing though. Locally, like in this area, we're seeing more and more kiddos that are taking up.
Sure,
hockey,
I mean,
which is fun to see.
There's a couple sheets of ice out there to play on, and they have open ice stuff all the time over there. They have youth hockey. I mean, if people who don't know about the Gula, there's practice rinks in there that they have kids practicing in there.
Oh yeah,
girls doing figure skating and all that. I mean, that's the key. You got to have the ice to have these kids do it. And you're right. All these kids grow up. I mean, you and I had no chance of playing hockey growing up. None. One is I'm not asking my dad to drive me to practice from midnight to 2 a.m. My dad's got to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning anyway. I don't think he's signing up to take me to hockey practice. Yeah, but I mean, you didn't have the ice back in the day, and now more places have ice, and obviously State College with Pagula Ice Arena, and they're a different thing. There's everybody I know, kids play hockey, or at least have tried. Tried, like the Turtle. He's trying everything. It's the greatest thing in the world. Fits his kids. Wrestling, karate, you know, you said, you know, they're, rock climbing, these things that normally you don't get these experiences, and kids around here are lucky to have them.
No question. And yeah, this area is good in giving, yes.
And you also need to have parents who want to get involved and help out. That's a big thing is getting these people to coach and stuff like that. And you don't want all daddy coaches and mommy, daddy ball and all that stuff. But it is what it is. I mean, you have some people who are interested in the game and can tell you right off the gate if like, hey, this kid, your kid's pretty good here. We may have something here.
Yeah. And it is neat because all of the sports got to have their own little culture, subculture that comes with it, which is kind of fun to experience and see as well. And depending on how involved you get to see how close those communities are, and obviously supporting each other on the journey. So that, I will say, I think that is fun to see all of the different sports and all of the different, not just sports, again, just different opportunities that folks have to get involved in all kinds of things, whether it's theater or chess or, all kinds of, there's a lot of reading competitions and like trivia type of competitions, math competitions. Matt Turtle just was in a regional 24 tournament yesterday, and so there's a lot of neat things going on in this area for sure that the kiddos can get involved in. Goon, I am distracted by this.
You're into this thing.
Well, it's one of those things now where you just, if you're going to come back, and they've come back twice, you want to go ahead and win the doggone thing and take the series outright. Right now, the Pirates trailing 7-6 here in the bottom of the 8th, and looking to get something going here to try to keep this early season momentum rolling.
Who do we got next?
Rays come in for a big series over the weekend, 3-game series, and it'll be fun. That'll be a big. They should get really good turnout at PNC Park for it. Rays are a very good team, and here we go. Pirates getting a single to open up the bottom of the 8th.
Here we are, play-by-play with the lovable
just
Buccos.
Get that run across.
The beloved Buccos.
I do love. I really when I am able to watch, I love afternoon, like weekday afternoon.
I'm looking at these games,
baseball.
and we got to look at one of these games, and hell, we can get some tickets to one of these afternoon specials. There's nobody there.
Yeah, because lo and behold, folks have to work. But
to play it outright, you know, hey, I felt a little nauseous yesterday afternoon. You know, sorry, boss man.
Indeed.
Play it right, you'll be all right.
Yeah, it does feel like there's some just a different feel around this team. Again, I get it. It's early and they've had great starts before, but this thing does just feel a little different this year. Again, we'll see. Obviously, got to keep the pitchers healthy and see if everything else really is coming together the way it seems like it's coming together here in April. But
so if there's no rainouts and no one misses any starts, Skeens will be scheduled to pitch the game and you got tickets for it.
Oh, yeah? Nice. And what are the odds? I mean,
no rainouts.
No
rainouts,
not
baby.
In the spring. Not
no
here
rainouts.
The U.S. of A.
Nope, none.
I will say the weather has been, compared to last year here this spring, I mean, last year it was just, felt like every day was a washout.
It's been a beautiful spring so far.
Yeah, it really has. And actually, we probably need a little more rain than we're getting. But, man, it has been really a nice start.
I'll tell you what, we're going to have Coach Campbell on here in the next few weeks here, but I think I really want to know the rationale, because I'm looking at the weather and the rationale of the morning practices. You know, I'd like to hear it from him. Oh, you know, are we not affecting kids' class schedules? And then somebody says, well, most of the kids are doing classes online. And I'm like, oh my God, I didn't even think about that aspect of it. But they're wrong. Now now the cable's going to go out, Ironhead.
God, you're killing me. Is that true? That the classes are mostly online now?
A lot of the guys take online classes.
Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's nuts how many guys are actually doing online classes. And I wonder how many guys are actually on campus and for how long. And
interesting.
Yeah, it's a different ballgame, man, post-COVID. It really, really is, because I think they realized that people were like, well, we could do this. We don't actually have to have class. And it's crazy to think about, but I know a lot of the football players have online classes. Not all of them, but some of them, if not all. I don't know how much they're on campus versus not being on campus. It is, I mean, having talked to these kids the last couple weekends and stuff, and it is just a different world, man. Like, you know, you start thinking about it, it's like, you know, these kids are getting how much of thousands of dollars, and it's like,
yeah,
you know, what's an offensive line coach or a defensive line coach making NCAA now? I don't even know. $300,000-$400,000, And then, I'm telling you that there are issues in the NFL where you have guys who are making $10 million who are not going to listen to somebody who's making much, much less than them. And I can't imagine being a 17 to 21-year-old, 22-year-old kid with that kind of coin. And it's just, maybe they're mature nowadays, I guess. But, again, I would, in a heartbeat, Jeff, I would trade the anonymity of the 90s for the money. And that's the God's honest truth. I talk to some of these kids, and they actually say it too. Like, the money is great. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I love taking care of my parents, but having some anonymity and, not having to be,
just being able to have the quote unquote normal college experience that, although these days, I guess that's probably changed too.
Look at Conor McGregor. Not Conor McGregor, but
I think when you look at part of it too is the gotcha attitude that is prevalent out there in both social media and just society, where I think folks are looking for the opportunity, right? I think there was a time where it was like, no, it was more cool that I was at a party and there was the wide receiver, there was the one wrestler, there was the basketball player I know. And it wasn't I don't know. I don't think anybody was like, all right, if I, snap a picture of this guy. We didn't have the cell phones. I mean, it would have actually had to be a picture, but I can submit this to the Collegian and see. Here's
look at this. 3 weeks ago, I had this picture taken.
Although I will say, I mean, even, I guess it just depends on your status. Because, I mean, Paterno talked about it. He would have people approach him at the beach, like young co-eds. Hey, can I get a picture? And he's like, nah, because again, same thing. You need one image is out there. Hey, look at Paterno trying, pervert trying to get. Come on, but you see now in this day and age, again, once you see the picture, then it's all right. Well, was that really, or was it? And and I don't know. And now with AI, it's adding a whole nother element where. Hey, I saw that video of you with the those ladies. I what are you talking about? I wasn't even out last. Well, here it is, and it's
where were you? What's
just
this?
Completely generated, and oh my gosh, what a crazy time.
Pirates got end of 8,
still 7-6.
Correct,
going to the 9th.
Of course, DirecTV poops out right at the end of the 8th inning for you.
Yeah.
I wonder if are we getting any kind of rain coming in?
There was the possibility. I don't know if we are now. There was a possibility of storms hitting at some point. I thought this evening, but anyways, at some point today. So, yeah, there's a possibility that maybe that's
you may be seeing the
somewhere here.
Goon's new back and neck in action here, sprinting to my car to get the hell home because I left all my windows open.
Oh my gosh, we had I left Tuesday to do the PA for State High softball, and they had we got, I don't even know, it was either an out or two into the top of the first, and the radar was showing that there was a storm imminent, and I'm still not clear if somebody actually saw or heard lightning or thunder, but anyways, we cleared the field, and we got a little bit of a shower. We heard a rumble of thunder or two, but it was like an hour and 15-minute delay because it has to be a half hour from I don't know. I think I'm just becoming a grumpy old man.
You have to have a half hour of no lightning strikes within 10 miles of the
Yes, but then the players have to warm up and all of that. And it's like I get safety first, and I'm complaining, but I'm not really complaining. It just felt like again, it is a beautiful sunny day. Clearly nothing's going on now. Let's get back out there and let everybody play. They eventually did. Everything was fine. Although it is funny, you're hoping then, hey, because we thought radar was showing there's another wave moving in about an hour. It never came. It must have just skirted around us. But you're hoping to keep the game moving along. And we had a couple of at bat. The one was like a 15 pitch at bat. It's like, are you kidding me? Like just one way or another. Let's
move it along.
Get this thing. It was just kind of funny when you're wanting something to move along, but see if the Pirates can pull off a little ninth inning magic here against the Nationals. We should have that for you as we continue on this Thursday afternoon. We'll take a break here and be back with a final segment for our Thursday show after this.
You look a bit nervous, hey?
Thierry, what's it like to stand in the FIFA World Cup stadium?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Just tell me. Come on.
It's not something that you can put into words.
Such a tease.
You can't rush it. You will find out when it's your time.
Thanks for the wisdom, Coach. So, how much longer?
Now go and make history, my man. Here's the World Cup you've been waiting for.
Actually, the World Cup's been waiting for me.
That's the spirit. Just remember who drove you here.
Inspiring every step of the next legend. The official matchball carrier, proudly sponsored by Kia. Inspiration connects us all.
And all kinds of other tempting things. Great times, great food. Get to Quaker Steak Lube.
Get our Best Wings USA signature sauces, mouth-watering appetizers, or any of our delicious award-winning lube favorites.
Great times, great food. Get to Quaker Steak Lube.
I'm the Modelo Recruiter, and I'm looking for fans with good hands and great speed. The ones who stay focused and never miss a play. They go the distance on game day, even when their team is away. I'm always watching, always looking to reward more full-time fans. Because football isn't really football without you.
Lusk & Associates Sotheby's International Realty proudly presents the introduction of our new State College office at 314 South Borough Street in State College. At Sotheby's International Realty, we advertise locally, nationally, and internationally, bringing the best of advertising and promotion to each and every one of our properties, big or small. Call now.
A lot has changed about State College. One thing that hasn't is W.C. Clark's Coffee Roasters on 234 East Calder Way. 30 different varieties of specialty coffee beans sourced from over 25 countries and roasted with love each morning in Happy Valley for over 45 years. They'll ship their fresh roasted coffee from their doorstep to yours. Order online at statecollegecoffee.com. That's statecollegecoffee.com.
Hi, welcome to Timberland Federal Credit Union, a financial cooperative for its members, tracing all the way back to 1973.
Experience Timberland Federal Credit Union, where you're greeted with a smile and financial solutions are tailored to your unique life journey. Here, we're not just financial professionals, we're your neighbors, people invested in your financial needs, literacy, and empowerment. Your dreams matter to us, whether they're about buying a home, growing a nest egg, or embarking on new adventures. TFCU draws from the past and invests in the future, offering modern tools like online banking to give you the freedom to manage your money practically anytime. Additionally, we're passionate about giving back both time and resources because enhancing our community is at the core of why we're here. Visit TFCU in person or online to learn more about our services and apply for a membership today.
WFXS, your sports radio.
Broadcasting live, loud and proud from Central PA's Sports Authority, WFXS America.
98.7, the Fox State College.
And back for a final segment on this Thursday afternoon. It is the Lion Country Kia Goon and Ironhead show here at Quaker Steak and Lube, where we are watching the beloved Buccos. Now with the Nationals loading the bases, they did get the force out at home, so 1 out, still bases loaded in the top half of the ninth. And so see if the Pirates can pull out a little ninth inning magic here at PNC Park to finish
double play
this series. That's very nice. That'll work
3-2-3
beautifully.
double play right there. Very nice.
And so they head to the ninth, needing 1 to tie, 2 to win. See if they can get it done.
Good for them.
That was a nice play.
It was.
Fingers crossed now.
Yeah, you're wolfing down a salad. I'm wolfing down a milkshake.
Yeah,
trying to keep
we're
my
just
throat cold over here.
Understood.
Trying to chill it down a little bit. Overused, too much talking. My mother was right about me. Shut your fat mouth.
Looking at the draft next week, dear Goon, I do. It will be interesting. Like it's become such an event, and I think it'll be neat for Pittsburgh to host it and see what the Steelers do and the reaction of the Steelers fans. It is so funny with Ty Simpson and the opinions that are out there. And, I mean, they are all over the place. Like, this is a guy that is going to be a superstar of the NFL, and you know, people aren't recognizing it. And this is a guy that has no business being in the NFL, and anybody that reaches for him in the first round is crazy. And I have no idea. And even with Mendoza, like most people seem to, most of the so-called experts, it's like, no, this guy's the real deal. And I think he is. But again, we've seen a lot of guys that looked really good in college. It's just a whole different animal in the NFL. And I think sometimes there's a misperception out there, Goon, that it's, there are guys that are really talented and that are putting in the time and the effort. Like I've talked to friends, and it's like, that guy just, didn't put in the effort. I'm like, how do you know that? Like, it is possible to be talented, put in the effort, do everything in your power, and not have it work out, not come together. Again, we talk about it all the time, but there's like 10 guys that are really, really good at quarterback on the planet
about it.
At the NFL. Well,
think about it.
There's a lot more talented guys, right? Good quarterbacks. But that difference between being something special in the NFL and a starter, it is a wide gulf.
It's two different games. And making that connection from the college football with the RPO, read options and stuff like that, that doesn't flush in the NFL. It doesn't happen. It doesn't work. That's why Mendoza, with it, he's a guy who can actually take 4 reads and is considered the classic drop back quarterback. But I'm going to tell you right now, some of the hits he took against Miami last year,
I was just going to say, so
homeboy ain't going to make the season in the NFL.
Well, so that's
getting hit like that,
and that's the thing. It's the offensive line.
Sure.
It's the running game. It's the defense.
I don't even know.
Does
Indiana go from the snap, from the shotgun?
It's the
that's what drives me
mesh.
crazy. Another one is like there's college quarterbacks who have never taken a snap in a collegiate game under center. Like that just blows my mind.
Yeah. And listen, I think when you look at what Mendoza did this past season, right? Like that has to count for something. He's obviously a very bright kid, and I think has the right approach. I mean, he's a humble guy, hard worker, all of the things that you're looking for in that regard. But are the Raiders equipped to give him what he needs to be able to build towards? I'm not even saying right out of the gate but like over a 3 or 4 year period. And that's the other thing is we are such a snap judgment society now, where Jaden Daniels comes in and has a great see there's a superstar. Yeah. Well, now is it a superstar?
RG3.
Yeah, and vice versa. You have guys that it's like, oh yeah, he's a Bobby. Told you he wasn't going to work out. It's like, well, we're 1 year into it. And then by the time you get to year 3, 4, it's like, oh, what? This guy actually is a really good NFL quarterback. I think going back to Ty Simpson, the interesting thing for the Steelers is there's just so many moving parts now. And apparently Mike McCarthy says he's in touch with Aaron Rodgers. I don't know what does that mean. Hey, Aaron, how's your day going? Good. What'd you have for breakfast? I had a little oatmeal. Good to hear from you, Coach. Let's talk again soon. What does that mean you're in touch with him? Like,
I don't like it.
Is he? And what I don't know, and I'm not expecting McCarthy or Rodgers necessarily to release, but you would like to. Well, I would like to think that Rodgers is at least hey, you know what? I think I'm gonna come back. Like I need to give my body a little more time to heal, get my mind right. But I think I'm coming back. We got a runner on second now. That was a close play. Got the steal there of second. I thought for a second he might have come off the base. Yeah, the Nationals are challenging. I think he might have. They stopped that replay right
Called
before.
A strike.
They're got it. They're challenging the. Are they challenging the play too?
It sure looked like he came off that bag.
It did, but they cut it off right before. I don't know if the foot. If he was able to keep the foot on, that was
huge,
remarkable because.
He stayed on. Holy crap.
Wow.
Does it pop off at the end here,
With
Jeffrey?
The way he's flying, I don't think he did.
He's on. God bless. But does he pop off right here?
I don't think so.
Oh, God, he doesn't. Good play. Yeah, so back to the NFL. I mean, with Rodgers, it's like, I can't believe he's going this route.
Well, so
when he dealt with that with Favre.
Yeah. So, but from the Steelers' perspective, so I don't know if they are getting a vibe one way or the other. If even if you're not giving a definitive answer,
he has to
you
be
would
leading.
That he's telling you, listen, I don't think
I felt good. I ran.
Back.
I threw yesterday. I felt really good. I mean, come on, man. That's just. You're right. They can't be just. I'm sure he won't announce it, but he has to be saying to them like, "Hey, relax, I'm coming."
So there's that element, that component. The Will Howard piece is still, to me, fascinating because I just don't have a feel at all because we didn't see him really last year, and I guess I am presuming that internally, the Steelers at least have a feel. You know what? Yeah, this guy looks like he could turn into something. Or, yeah, you know what? We're seeing like this isn't going to be a top 10 type of quarterback, and we still need to be looking for that. And Well, this is a huge call. It looked like he stayed on this the whole way, no?
Yeah.
They're taking a long time with this review, and I'm just trying to figure out. Well, he's safe. I don't know why it took quite that long. Anyways, so we do have a runner on second. We being the Pirates. I'm part of the Pirates.
You got aggressive run. You got to get somebody in scoring position.
And yes, nobody out here in the bottom of the ninth, down 7-6. But so I'm
rooting for the Buccos. I can't believe it.
The Will Howard factor here, though, I think also plays in. And again, the Aaron Rodgers and Will Howard things certainly impact the upcoming season. But I'm thinking more long term. Again, if you think Will Howard just may be that guy, then I don't think you take Ty Simpson, because that does feel like in the first round anyway, and I don't think he'd be there in the second. But if
now it depends on it's not really, a McCarthy. Will's not a McCarthy pick, so he may not have had that same feel.
Well, that's true. That is true. But you would think in the building, though, that enough people are talking that, hey, I think
he's
this is, or either way. But yeah, that's true. And I don't know how long, it would take McCarthy to.
He's been around long enough to tell.
Yeah, that you know what, I think there's something here we can work with, or hey, this is a guy that could be a pretty solid backup, but that's kind of where we're at. So all of that to me plays into the Ty Simpson thing. If they are looking at him, and again through the interview process and everything they look at, and again, I just. One of the analysts was just saying, he did not play well in the big games. Like his numbers dropped dramatically, and then somebody else said that he's a guy that they think at the NFL level will produce. And so I have no idea what to make of Ty Simpson, but it doesn't feel like that's the guy that the Steelers are going to go after, to me, because it doesn't feel like a sure bet. And I just think in the first round, there's enough other needs here, and I think they can shore up some other areas, and then, again, try to piecemeal to whatever degree you have to this season. And then next year's quarterback class, again, on paper and listening to the experts, whether or not it pans out that way, we'll see. But next year's quarterback class looks like it is going to be a pretty rich class for teams that are in need of quarterbacks, and the Steelers more likely could get their man of the future next season, is what it feels like.
Drew Aller.
Hey, listen, I think if Alvarez there in like the third round, and you're the Steelers, like, yeah, I don't.
You didn't get Simpson.
That's worth a shot to me, if you're the Steelers, because again, can you catch lightning in a bottle and get one of those guys that, hey, he is one of those top 10 quarterbacks, even though he fell to you later in the draft? Sure, and if not, again, it's third round expenditure in search of a quarterback, not as big a deal as if you give up a first round pick. So Buccos now with men on the corners, one out here in the bottom of the ninth, down 7-6, as we keep you apprised of Pirates and their quest here. O'Neal Cruz getting on base here, and here we go with Ozuna, who has been looking much more comfortable at the plate here these last few games. So what an opportunity this is for him to really build here.
He should just wear armor to the plate. He's got both arm pieces, 2 leg pieces. Interesting, buddy. Interesting.
Yeah. Boy, that part of the game has changed dramatically, hasn't it? I was
There's
just
no
talking
fear
with
up there.
I was just talking with another baseball fan, what was it, 2 days ago, we're talking about it, with all of these sports, just the equipment changes and what people do and don't wear now versus what they did and didn't wear 10, 20, 30 years ago.
Right there.
Yeah, it was not good. Azuna.
Jeez, Luis. Second and third.
Cruz does, gets a second on it, but
you got to call it 2 down.
But now 2 outs. Need a base knock here from Mr. York.
We need an Iron City hero right now.
Who did come through the last week, so see if he can come through again here. Chance
Speaking
to
of old ways in baseball, like your guys aren't afraid going to the plate anymore. One is pitchers. There's no fear for pitchers if they hit anybody, but if you're hitting people, you're hitting them, and they have all these padding on, so the players aren't really afraid to get hit anymore.
Yeah.
With that in mind, how the game has changed, do you think we see any fights in the Flyers-Penguins series? There's something that has gone away.
Yeah, I would say yes at some point. Just, those series tend to get.
Oh yeah, and I love how they work
and if
out.
one team or the other jumps out 3-0, then yes, something's going to fly. And if it's a close series, then again it's building up, and you're
there's
inevitable
a
at some
shot you could say.
Yeah,
in the first couple of games, and like people want to get revenge for that type of thing, and
at some point, yes,
I like it.
I feel like the gloves will drop.
I do call this
almost all of
face rubbing season. It's my favorite. It's my favorite season in hockey. There's nothing better than a dirty hockey glove getting washed on somebody's face in a pile. That's the best part of hockey, and it's just got to be so annoying. Like, get off of me! Stinky gloves in your face. Gun to your head, Ironhead. Does he get a hit?
I'm saying yes.
There we go.
It's the optimist in me.
Bases juiced.
So York is on. Yep, bases loaded. 2 outs. Bottom of the 9th. Pirates down 7-6.
Here comes Bobby Bonilla. Nope, Chico Linda's up, sir.
Oh, man. Brandon Lau trying to come through here. We're going to take a moment. Yeah, afternoon games, especially early in the season, not packed ballparks. What an opportunity here, though, for Lau. Takes a strike. See if the Pirates can pull this out, dear Goon.
It's interesting.
Hope against hope. Keep you apprised here. Second pitch is fouled. So an 0-2 count now on Brandon Lau. Bases loaded. 2 outs. Bottom of the 9th. Pirates trying to take the third of the 4-game series with the Nationals. Buccos won 2 of the first 3. Again, sitting in a tie atop the star-studded this year National League Central.
So my hockey, I feel in hockey is that the Flyers got nothing to lose. The Penguins got nothing to lose because again they weren't expected to be doing much this year.
Yeah,
if anything, it was their swan song for their hat trick of players. And it's funny, 2012 was the same damn 3 guys that the Flyers were worried about then, and it's 2026 right now, and it's the same damn 3 guys.
Yep. How about it?
Very impressive to keep those guys together, but I don't give a crap about their swan song. I respect their game. They're all 3 Hall of Famers and this and that, but it's time for the orange and black to go back to where they belong, and that's taking over. And they picked a baby Flyer to do it.
I'm saying the Penguins win it in 6.
Oh,
they tied
got
the game.
A tie game now. Oh, geez.
Beautifully done. Beautifully done.
That's how you write it up. That's how you drew it up, right? Infield single.
Whatever it takes, baby.
So they
Whatever
just
it
manufactured
takes.
a run the ball, never left the infield.
I'm all right with that. Whatever it
Hey,
takes.
it is what it is. Whatever it takes, dude.
And honestly, the Pirates have been playing. They have been doing a lot of, which is really unusual for this organization, but they've been doing a lot of smart baseball here, especially at the plate.
Looks like they wanted Cruz to go, and he didn't. Look at the third base coach.
Yeah. Oh, I think he could have made it.
He absolutely could have made it. He's out there looking at the ball
instead
of the third base coach.
Yeah, that was not good. I didn't see that on the initial.
Oh, no. That's another thing he'll get hammered for now.
Well, it depends. They go on, and if Bart gets a hit here, it'll be quickly forgotten. But, yeah, if they end up losing this thing, that's – yeah, I don't know why.
Watch him. He's turning around. Look, he's looking at look at your coach.
Dude.
Like, see, that's good. That's just got to drive you nuts. You're a professional ball player, an all-star. And that is day one stuff right there. You look at the third base coach. He's got you. He is your eyes.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise. Watching my phone's blowing up with my pirate friends. Typical.
That was bad, though. Yeah, you can't be. Jeez. Now you gotta get him home so this doesn't become an issue. Yeah. Going to extras. This is a wild game, though. It's been an entertaining game.
4-0.
Over the last
4-4.
4 innings. Very entertaining. Well,
so this is the last weekend right now of Coach Campbell having his reunions. So this is the 2011 to current football letterman are invited back. And the good thing is, and I do have to reiterate, everybody's giving Franklin a load of crap that he didn't, we didn't feel warmed. And it wasn't anything like that. He was involved with us in this and that, but it was just like, it was like, as much as Campbell's interested in the past and this and that, you still have to coach for the future. And I think that James came in and did what Campbell's doing right now, and that is getting the letterman back involved. But as I say to everybody who asks me, I don't think we ever left. People always say bring the family. And when James, that was one of the biggest things that I had against James. When he always used to say we need to bring the family back together, and I never understood that because if anything, we were stronger than we had ever been after what we had gone through.
No doubt.
And I don't think that he was not a good read on his part. And I don't know if it was his bosses that were saying, hey, you need to sell tickets. And he felt that upon him that, because the season tickets were down, is because the family broke up. No, I mean, because of the step program and money. That's why the season tickets went down. It was just a bad read on James's part in that regard. But never one time did we ever feel like we were we weren't allowed the program or around or this or that. No, don't think of it like that when people say that Coach Campbell's bringing us back and getting us involved. Yeah, we're meeting the coaching staff, we're meeting the players. That was never really something that went on with James. And we just want to build this family thing. I mean, what we had grown up with. I guess what we're trying to say as a letterman, if you played in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, up to 2011, a 61-year window, you had one thing in common. That was the old man. I mean, think about that. No other program in this country could go back, 30 years after you graduate and the same staff is there. That's unheard of. And that's what we had for a long time here. And when that went away, it was tough for people to realize and understand what was going on. But, I mean, I have no problem with how James treated us and this and that, just so people know that. It wasn't like James completely, told the letterman to stay away. No, it was just like, It's his program. We're going to, support him in our way, the way he wants us to. And if Coach Campbell wants us to be around the guys more, then we'll do that. So it's all on what the new head coach wants. So, but this weekend is the last of the 4. So, we've had a great turnout of guys coming back. Sorry.
No, I think that, and I do think all of this is great. And I'm with everybody has their own way of doing things and their own way of connecting. And I don't necessarily think there's a right or a wrong to this. I do like Campbell's approach, but as you just said, ultimately, if Penn State goes 6-6 this season and then 5-7 the year after, nobody's going to be sitting around. In fact, then it's going to be, well, Matt Campbell spent too much time trying to he was worried about players of the past instead of focusing on the players that he has. You can see it coming before it even starts. So, and listen, I also think he and James Franklin and all of these guys recognize that. They are here, and yes, we fans say we want good citizens, we want good students, all of that stuff is important. And then you start losing games, and you have great citizens and great students, and nobody gives a rep. And they know it. So these, it's not like Matt Campbell said, man, I think I can probably lose a couple more games because I have goodwill now. He knows darn well at the end of the day, they've got to
take the lead at the bottom of the 10
and win big. And so, but I think this type of stuff can help that because, again, I think it gives the players, that perspective, big picture stuff, and maybe you dig a little deeper in a drill or in the weight room and then in a game. And so, I do like all of the moves that he's making, and I do think it'll help lead to success on the field, which is ultimately how he and all of these coaches are measured. All right, that is going to wrap things up. The Nationals take an 8-7 lead here now in the top of the 10th.
Tight play it.
Yeah. Well, I thought he had him. All right. We're going to show this one more time. We're heading off the
air. See you next week, boys and girls. Go Flyers.
He didn't get him.
Go Flyers.
Right. Yeah, go Penguins. Will certainly
go Flyers.
Be in the heat of the
I'm waiting
NHL
for your bet,
playoff
Weiser.
series next week.
Let me know what you want to bet, Alan. Are we betting anything? Case of beer in the series?
We can do that.
Sure. I drink non-alcoholic now.
I'm good with that. I do not drink non-alcoholic. Let the record clearly show. We will be back on Tuesday. Penguins will have the series well in hand at that point. Pirates will have.
I gotta make sure my sweatshirts fit.
Be coming off a 5-2 homestand, and we'll have all kinds of fun on Tuesday. Until then, be good and be safe.
You look a bit nervous, eh?
Thierry, what's it like to stand in the FIFA World Cup stadium?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Just tell me. Come on.
It's not something that you can put into words.
Such a tease.
You can't rush it. You will find out when it's your time.
Thanks for the wisdom, Coach. So, how much longer?
Now go and make history, my man. Here's the World Cup you've been waiting for.
Actually, the World Cup's been waiting for me.
That's the spirit. Just remember who drove you here.
Inspiring every step of the next legend. The official matchball carrier, proudly sponsored by Kia. Inspiration connects us all.
If you love wings, if you love rings, and all kinds of other tempting things, great times, great food, get to Quaker Steak Lube.
Get our Best Wings USA signature sauces, mouth-watering appetizers, or any of our delicious award-winning lube favorites.
Great times, great food. Get to Quaker Steak Lube.
I'm the Modelo Recruiter, and I'm looking for fans with good hands and great speed. The ones who stay focused and never miss a play. They go the distance on game day, even when their team is away. I'm always watching, always looking to reward more full-time fans. Because football isn't really football without you.
Lusk & Associates Sotheby's International Realty proudly presents the introduction of our new State College office at 314 South Borough Street in State College. At Sotheby's International Realty, we advertise locally, nationally, and internationally, bringing the best of advertising and promotion to each and every one of our properties, big or small. Call now.
A lot has changed about State College. One thing that hasn't is W.C. Clark's Coffee Roasters on 234 East Calder Way. 30 different varieties of specialty coffee beans sourced from over 25 countries and roasted with love each morning in Happy Valley for over 45 years. They'll ship their fresh roasted coffee from their doorstep to yours. Order online at statecollegecoffee.com. That's statecollegecoffee.com.
Hi, welcome to Timberland Federal Credit Union, a financial cooperative for its members, tracing all the way back to 1973.
Experience Timberland Federal Credit Union, where you're greeted with a smile and financial solutions are tailored to your unique life journey. Here, we're not just financial professionals, we're your neighbors, people invested in your financial needs, literacy, and empowerment. Your dreams matter to us, whether they're about buying a home, growing a nest egg, or embarking on new adventures. TFCU draws from the past and invests in the future, offering modern tools like online banking to give you the freedom to manage your money practically anytime. Additionally, we're passionate about giving back both time and resources because enhancing our community is at the core of why we're here. Visit TFCU in person or online to learn more about our services and apply for a membership today.
WFXX, once again, the Fox, your sports radio.
Broadcasting live, loud and proud from Central PA's Sports Authority, WFXS America.
98.7, the Fox, Steve Collins.